So I had a question that I wanted to ask you. So how'd you go from being a detective to um, filmmaking?
It was actually an interesting progression. So, when I was younger, probably about 9 years old, I used to write short stories.
Okay.
And the short story was about a detective whose actually his name was Deborah Hub. She was a female detective. She was solving crimes, and I was 9 years old, a super creative person. And then, of course, I went on to like high school and various other things. I went into the military. And I also, yes, was in the military in the U.S. Army, and then I went from the Army to the police department. And so I was very much, when you talk about those two professions, in the box, very
Okay.
regimented,
Right.
rules, systems, all this kind of stuff. So then when right before I retired, I went to Bible school, and I got my ministerial certificate, and I
Okay.
already had a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, so I had all that training, and I said, well, I prayed, I asked God, I said, what's next? What's next for me? And the door for a lot of travel, where I learned a lot of really cool stuff, happened. And then also, He brought me back to all that I have gone through and
Okay.
how I could tell the story. So the background was domestic violence. My background was domestic
Right.
violence, and so how I could tell that story and how I could help people, because there were so many young men and young women and men and women, because both were affected by domestic violence, that would I would talk to and realize that they just didn't feel like they had any hope or
Okay.
any a feeling that they would never get away from the violent situation or the
Mm-hmm.
abuse. So my goal is to help people realize how to live a life free from violence and oppression.
Okay.
And that's whether it has to do with domestic violence or sex trafficking or even human trafficking. So that is what I do. Anyways,
Okay.
they're going to start it again. So
Okay.
yeah, that's how I moved from that to that, just following in the grain of what God had put in my heart.
Right.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.